I'm not about feminism at all. I've been anti-feminist since high school because it's really destroyed dating and getting married and having kids.
Why do you think that?
Because an unequal society is what I would call a safe society. What I understand about feminism, it's a civil rights movement in the West. I mean, it's kind of a global issue. I call it cancer because it placates off of the natural inclination for women to be corrupt. It's a very corrupt ideology.
Did you read Rachel's book?
Which book? No, then.
Occult Feminism. Occult Feminism.
No, I haven't.
I'm probably plugging.
Yeah. And the reason why I've been anti-feminist since high school, because again, I'm a product of.
One second.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
What was I saying? Women have a particular innate capabilities that can make them very corrupt and manipulative. And I notice with feminism, it really magnifies that because it actually calls it a civil rights movement in the West. And it's a fake civil rights movement in the West. But it really just ends up becoming a big government situation, which is what most civil rights movements in the West is all about. It's not really about your civil rights. It's not an inequality thing because we have equal rights. But I'm at the point now where I'm like, less rights for women, the better. Because it's actually becoming such a cancerous society. It's destroying family and tradition. And I'm very patriarchal. I appreciate the patriarchy.
Oh, sorry. I want to hear it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Before I let you come in.
Yeah.
You were making a face when she was talking about not liking feminism or whatever.
Give it to
me. A lot of you were actually grimacing, so I'll give you guys all a chance to state your disagreements, I guess.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm a content creator that focuses on fashion and beauty content.
Mm-hmm.
I support women empowerment. All my audience is women, like 80% of my audience is women. I'm very much for women empowerment, like making sure women like feel like they should be able to be independent. They don't need a man. Like they can have a successful job and career without relying on a man. A man should be able to support you and support your dreams and careers and aspirations without bringing you down. I don't think anybody technically needs a man to do any of that.
I do.
We need them. We really do.
You can want one, but I don't think a woman needs one. Like I am financially independent, always have been since I was the age of 15. I've always had a job, always knew how to work, knew how to pay my bills. Like I never needed any support from anyone, including my family. Like I didn't need that aspect. So without women's rights, like, are you saying that women shouldn't be able to be successful? Like, I want to be a successful woman. I want to be a girl boss. Like, I want to live my life the way I want to live it. I don't want it to rely on what a man wants me to do.
Do you want kids?
No,
I don't. Or anything like that?
I want to be married, but I don't want kids because I'm just not a person that finds a need for. I just don't like children. I worked at an amusement park for a long time. I worked at a mall for a long time. Like, I just don't like kids.
What's the point of getting married if you're
to be happy? Like, I just want.
Right. That is
marriage
the
is
purpose.
literally the point of marriage is to have kids.
To be fair,
I thought the point of marriage is to have a life partner.
Yeah, it's
you
to
can
have
have
a partner.
kids outside of.
Some people are infertile.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about that?
You can have kids outside of marriage. You can stay with somebody for your whole life without marriage. But okay, so you don't want kids though.
Yeah.
I just don't see the point. Like,
I want to be happy with somebody. I want to have like a partner that supports me through
you can stay
everything
with-
I do. I want to support them through everything that they do. At the
you
end
don't
of the
need
day,
marriage
we
for
build
that.
each other up. I personally want to I want to have a wedding. Like that is a fantasy of mine. Like I want to
fantasy.
get married. I want to have a wedding. Like
See, you want to have the wedding. You want to have the marriage. Wait, how's that?
It's the
You want
show
the
of it.
wedding,
It's the
not the
fantasy of
marriage.
it.
The wedding.
It's
She
not
wants-
the actual
she
unity
doesn't
or
wanna be a
union
wife.
of it. Right.
That's
Right.
not what
You
she
can
said,
still
though.
be
She
a wife
doesn't
and
want to be a
have
mother.
kids.
She
yeah,
wants
No,
to be a
no,
I
mother.
want to
that's
be
exactly
a
what she
wife, but
said.
I don't
Because
want to
marriage
be
is- have
a mother.
kids.
Not all
Yeah.
men want
But you said
kids.
the wedding is a fantasy. What about the marriage specifically, absent your own desires? Like, what is the purpose of the marriage?
Like the supporting one another and having that bond.
You can
like
have
partner.
that absent marriage.
But you said you don't need a man.
I don't need a man. I
So.
can support myself well.
She
on,
wants
like,
You
She
can want
doesn't
something and
need
not
one.
need
Yeah,
it.
Exactly.
We
Like, I
want makeup,
new
but we don't
Gucci
need it.
shoes.
Yeah.
I don't need it, to be honest.
Sorry.
That's the difference. Like there's a want and then there's a
That's a
need.
dumb
I don't
analogy,
need a
but
man
you
to
get
be
it.
who I am. I can want a man, and I do want a man, but I don't
Okay,
need
who
one.
else disagreed with her? Do you,
I
disagree?
did.
I'm kind of on the same wavelength as her because it's like, I mean, I don't need a man, but I want one. Like I moved
Okay.
across the country like by myself and found a place within the 2 days. I didn't need a man to do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
really quick, I just saw your tattoo. Can you it's a heart and a Q? What is
It's
it?
like Queen of Hearts.
Oh, I thought it was like QAnon or some shit. Okay, that's cool.
No.
How does one become a queen? You already are.
I would be
Do
surprised.
you have
if that was
disagreements
enough.
with what she said?
Yeah, I particularly am, stuck on your claim that you think women should have less rights.
Yes.
What does that mean?
I don't think they should vote.
You don't think women should vote?
Not at all.
Women
Now-
they make up a lot.
You also don't
do you
think women
vote? I
should.
don't necessarily believe that women should not
I'm going to
vote.
tell you my take on this. It's kind of simple for
Okay.
me. Because I'm going to sound like a hypocrite. I voted my first, twice.
Okay.
But I started getting into feminism and
Okay.
how it's really corrupted and how women in government really corrupt it. There's a
Straight,
corruption.
straight,
I'm
straight.
sorry. And in my view, with voting, prior to women voting, men, landowners were voting. They had a
Okay.
stake in the game. But as soon as we gave women the right to vote, they have a proclivity to being commies because it's innate to their
Straight
nature.
speak.
I understand, I think, the generalization that is making you make that claim, but I have seen the statistics, and I think perhaps the women that aren't voting in alignment to your values and morals are uneducated women and uneducated people in general. I think there should be perhaps a basis level, and I know that education is not accessible for everybody in our country, but for our government to function in the way that is going to be best for our society, I think that there should be a base level of education, because recently there's been a lot of uneducated people who have been voting, and those are the people who have been showing up and showing out. And I think that maybe those people don't align with your morals and values. Not all women. I think that's kind of
Well-
crazy, because there's a lot of dumb men who are voting, and just to take away educated women's ability to vote, I don't think that's
well,
fair.
we're overeducating ourselves in the West. It's actually an overeducation, and it's actually more simple. Sorry.
Does that not feel like
Straight.
almost regressive,
Straight.
though, that thought process? And I understand it's traditional.
No, you're fine. It is regressive in the right ways.
Okay.
I appreciate an imbalanced society where women are not at the helm. When a society is declining, we're putting women on the helm of that ship, and men really have to guide it into stability. Now, I'm not a fan of men who are kind of like feminists too. There's a lot of guys that are feminists, and they're also a liability to what I would like to see as a traditional, safe, and civil society. So it's not just women. A lot of guys are actually allowing this to unfold, and it's very problematic.
Did you know that guys actually allowed women the right to vote?
It's a mess.
Aren't they so nice?
Absolute mess.
Actually, no. Most women really weren't for all.
We're
of
not
that.
even designed for it. It's actually a stressful world to get into politics, especially for women. It causes a lot of stress on women too, and it's like less stress, the better.
I know.
You know?
I did not vote the first, I think, like 1 or 2 times that I could, but I have. But going back to those years where I could have voted but did not, I didn't know what
Yeah,
I was.
That's you, though. I know.
That's a lot.
A lot of other
Majority.
women know.
Majority.
That is
Well, okay, sure. But do you not feel the minority of women who are educated and who do enjoy taking part of our democratic process should be able to vote? You don't think they should have that choice?
That
You
comes
really
into-
don't think so just
that
because they
com-
don't agree with you?
That comes into no, not even that. It comes into question if it's really a democratic process. It's an absolute disaster, the democratic process.
becomes tribalism.
But tribalism is normal. It's innate to human nature to kind of become in our own tribe. But yeah, it's not really a democratic process. It's also why.
You had something also you wanted to touch on from a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
About what she said.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Okay. So I completely get what you're saying, and you need. I guess maybe because I come from a household where my mom and my dad were high school sweethearts.
Good for them.
He unfortunately passed when I was younger, so my mom had raised me and my sisters and my brother and stuff. So what makes the question I have for you is, do you think that after my dad had died, do you think that my mom should have found another man because in traditional sense, that's
No, that's not. No, that was totally out of her control. She didn't walk away from him.
so
That was totally out of her control.
So if she would have walked away from him, it wouldn't have been okay for her to be a single mom. I'm just trying to understand.
Well, she made the choice, and now she has to suffer as a single mom. Having a 2-parent household makes a world of a difference raising children, especially young sons. They need their fathers, but girls need their fathers too.
I think being married is a huge
It
deal.
makes a huge. It's actually such a blessing to be married.
It's dangerous
I would-
to be in a cohabitation
But
situation.
single mother households can be dangerous too, because the women are so exhausted raising kids by themselves. They might even put children in a dangerous situation just for their comfort level, and that kind of thing is a liability to the children. A lot of convicts are actually products of single mothers. It's a fact,
Go for it.
an unpleasant fact.
For almost 21 years of my life, aside from my mom, she has another baby. He's 7. I didn't have any really father figure, and she's an amazing real estate agent. She is so successful. And I mean, she's been in a relationship with my stepfather. I mean, I could consider him my dad, but I didn't need any man in my life to be do sports and all that. Just teach me things. I didn't need that.
It's not
I was
about
with my
sports.
I was with my mom every second, and there was all the times I didn't need her, but she was always working, and I was with her everywhere. She didn't leave me alone at home. My dad actually did that. So it can go both ways. But my mom was, to say they turn into felons and all this stuff. My mom was the most successful woman
Well,
ever.
it's not everybody.
And she didn't need,
Yeah.
she still doesn't need the man that she's with, but she's with him because she loves him. But they're not married. They've been together for like 9 years. But like,